Good morning. My name is Blake Becker. I'm the general manager of Clover Foods, and it's an honor to meet you, the owner. So I know that you're in a city of 45,000 people, and 45,000 people is a lot, and that foot traffic is going to be so crucial and necessary when we make our decision affecting profit and which to choose over the other. Now, the problem itself is actually the storefront location and what to put there. The storefront location is the most crucial point in the store because it channels all this foot traffic and the amount of viewing space and area that the people can have on goods. And so what goods we put in the storefront are going to do relatively the best compared to what space they're given. So we need to put products that are going to be appealed to by customers so we can channel in that most profit. I'm going to read off the pros and cons today on whether to put ready-made meals there or to keep the floral section that's been doing iffy lately, while the ready-made meals could be on the rise in the future. So I know that you have some competition with the flowers in this city, large city of 45,000 people. Competition itself are other businesses that could take away profit while using the same goods as us, in this case, the flowers. Competition and lacking the sufficient goods, say, if we take the flowers and not the ready-made meals, are going to affect our profit. Because if we take the flowers and we don't use the ready-made meals, all the people wanting to buy the ready-made meals aren't going to buy the flowers, and we're not going to get their money. So we're, of course, going to have less profit. But if we take the ready-made meals, we're going to have less of a business risk, say, with the competition. Because if we take the flowers, then we're going to have to be competing with the other two floral shops, and it's going to be really risky with our moves. And even the environment and the season that we're in could affect our risk, because flowers are very temperamental good, per se, because depending on the season, on the environment, on the year even, they could be doing well, they could be doing worse, so it's really risky. Like flowers' life cycle is risk in itself. So they're going to do well in the summer, they're going to do bad in the winter, and in the winter months, nobody's going to buy them, and that's really not a good thing for us. But we also need to channel in our core values. With the flowers, we want them to be up-to-date, beautiful, and appealing, and that's what our customers expect when they come to shop at our store. When the ready-made meals, they want it to be easy to get, accessible, and quick. And these two things are both similar in the fact that they're going to flourish when placed in the storefront, because if a person walks by, they can easily get a ready-made meal, or they're going to see the beautiful, appealing flowers and snatch it right up. But now we're on to the economic pros and cons. While both could do great in a theoretical world, one will do better than the other. If we choose the flowers, we're going to keep our tradition that we've had for years in Clover Foods, and we're going to make a lot of the sales that we do in the good summer months. No, winter months. But if we do choose the flowers, we're going to lose out on all the sales we could have made with the meals, and we're going to face this competition with the other two flower shops, and it is going to be extremely risky. If we choose the meals, though, however, we're going to take all the sales that we've had in the future, and make the most out of it. And it's going to be less risky, and it's just going to be simpler. We don't have to water plants, change plants, look up what the most appealing ones are during the time, and we can just have the ready-made meals there, and people are going to come in and buy it. And with time, with quarantine, as everything's going on, ready-made meals are going to be more popular, and so we need to have them in our store regardless. That's what I feel. But if we choose the meals alone, then we're going to lose out on the 6 months of sales that we make with the flowers, but we're also going to lose our tradition that we've had with Clover Foods, that the people who come here to buy flowers and browse our vast selection, we're not going to have them anymore. And even if they're just coming for flowers, they're going to see other products, other goods, and maybe even buy more stuff from us, but we're going to lose that if we choose the meals. So we have two sides that are very similar, but very different. They both have the same need of that storefront, but they give us opposite pros and cons. And so if we had to choose one, I would have to pick the meals, because they are going to give us higher sales in the future. They're less risky, they're simpler, they're just an easier solution, an easier pick. I understand that there are many cons with that, losing our tradition, losing our 6 months with flowers, but it still is the better solution if I had to pick one. But we don't have to pick one. There are other solutions and choices we can make, and even plans that could make the best out of a bad situation. Even channeling two sides, using both the flowers and the meals to our advantage. And so our first plan is going to be a rotation. So the 6 months that the flowers are on the rise, the winter from November to May, we're going to keep the flowers there. We can maybe even implement winter flowers if it makes it better, ones that flourish in the winter and that will be the most appealing to customers. But in the other 6 months that they're not doing so great, we can shift in the ready-made meals. That way, we can fill the bad 6 months with necessary sales that we know we're going to get. And so it is slightly risky in the fact that it's hard to pull off and it might be a little bit confusing for customers and staff, but we will be maximizing our profit for that time period. The other plan, however, is the simultaneous one, where we have both the flowers and the ready-made meals. Now this, I feel, is the best if we can pull this off, because we're going to channel both sides and we're going to get all of their pros and almost none of their cons. We can take the profit from the meals, the profit from the flowers, and give them all to us. And that's the best plan. This can be seen here. Say this is the storefront. We can have either an either side kind of thing or the same side, but we still need to have both flowers and the ready-made meals in the store. In this storefront, as hundreds, maybe even thousands of people a week come in the store, they're going to see flowers and they're going to see the ready-made meals. They're going to take them off the shelves out of the refrigerators. They're going to come in and buy. And that's what we need to do. We need to implement this plan because it is going to bring in the most profit and it's going to be the best for us. And thank you for your time. I really wish that you use one of my solutions or that I inspired an idea in you that could help your problem. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time.